Number 13, the lionfish. The lionfish is native to the Indian and the South Pacific Oceans. However, recently it has been invading the southeast portion of the United States. In states like Florida, you can actually get a reward for fishing for these fish and collecting as many as possible. These fish contain a neurotoxin which attacks the muscles and causes an intense amount of pain. However, this fish is not particularly deadly to humans, and in fact, no known cases of humans dying from this fish are known. The sting is inflicted through the spines found on the dorsal fins of this fish. And the reason why it's at the bottom of the list is because it is not particularly deadly to humans. Number 12, the cone snail. The cone snail is a very pretty animal. However, this is not a shell that you want to take home from the beach, because if you try to take this thing home from the beach, you'll probably not come home from the beach. The venom from this animal can cause vision impairment, respiratory failure, and in some extreme cases, death. It can kill humans, and that is why it is farther up than the lionfish, but it is not very common. Number 11, the banded sea crate. This sea snake's venom is a neurotoxin, which means that there is a whole bunch of symptoms, anywhere from vomiting to paralysis, muscle aches, and in some extreme cases, death. Deaths are very uncommon from sea snakes though, as out of the 15 to 75,000 people that are bitten each year from sea snakes, only about 3% of those are fatal. The reason for this is because a lot of times when people are bitten, venom isn't even released, resulting in a dry bite, which is very fortunate for the diver. Number 10, the pufferfish. These cute and not so cuddly fish hold a deadly secret, venom, and enough of it in just one fish to kill 30 human beings. The venom is a tetrodotoxin and is found in every kind of pufferfish almost in the entire world. Now, this toxin has no known cure, and it is over 1,000 times more poisonous than cyanide. If that doesn't say something, I don't know what is. And if you only learn one thing from this video, just don't eat pufferfish. I would not advise it, even if it is cooked, because it is a delicacy in some countries. I advise it. Don't eat pufferfish. Number 9, the crown of thorns starfish. The crown of thorns starfish is responsible for most of the Great Barrier Reef's decline. This predator, yes, I said predator, yes, starfish can be a predator, guys. It's kind of weird to think about, but it devours coral at a very alarming rate. Anywhere it goes, it leaves a coral skeleton behind. This starfish also carries venom in its spines, as you can probably infer from how weird it looks, and the venom can cause severe pain and sometimes paralysis. Number 8, the stonefish. As with all things dangerous, and half of this list, the stonefish is a native of Australia. Stonefish is the most venomous fish in the world, and its venom can cause an array of symptoms ranging from convulsions to cardiovascular failure, and in some extreme cases, death. The stonefish injects its venom through its 13 dorsal spines. For example, here's one being milked in this video. Imagine stepping on that. Why is it called a stonefish? Because it looks like a stone. Do not step on random stones in Australia. In fact, I wouldn't even go there. Number 7, the stingray. There are over 200 species of stingrays throughout the world and live in pretty much every ocean. Stingrays have a barb on their tail, which they use to defend themselves from predators such as hammerhead sharks or the occasional human that steps on them at the beach. They can hide themselves in the sand very easily by burrowing under it with only their eyes sticking out, and it's very hard to see them, which is why I'm actually very terrified of these things. In fact, I'm more scared of stingrays than I am of sharks. Stingray venom can cause several different symptoms, ranging from necrosis at the site, ulceration, cyanosis, and many more. However, stingrays don't cause that many human deaths, and it's very rare to die from a stingray. Although, rest in peace to Steve Irwin. I'm very sorry about that, man. Number 6, the Portuguese man-o-war. The Portuguese man-o-war is actually not one animal, but it's a whole colony of different animals connected to one floating bulb. They are found in the Caribbean, the warmer parts of the Pacific, and the Indian Oceans. The sting from one of these animals could cause vomiting, muscle cramping, higher heart rates, and in severe cases, death if left untreated. In 2018, in Hollywood, Florida, 200 people were treated for stings from these animals, and their tentacles can reach up to 160 feet long. Number 5, the flamboyant cuttlefish. The flamboyant cuttlefish is a very interesting looking animal. I think it's very beautiful, and I really enjoy the way that it moves around in almost like a walking fashion. It's very satisfying to me, and I hope you enjoy it as well. However, it is not yet known if these animals are venomous, but there is still a lot of research that needs to be done. The reason that I included this is because I had never heard of this until I researched it, and I have to say it's a very interesting animal, and I hope to learn whether or not it is venomous in the future. Number 4, the Irukandji jellyfish. Growing to the size of only about a cubic centimeter, which is about the size of a coin, this jellyfish is one of the most deadly jellyfish in the world and has stingers not only on its tentacles, but also on its bell as well, making it even more deadly. I believe that the deadliest part about this jellyfish is the fact that it is so small and so transparent that it is almost impossible to see one of these things before it's too late. It causes around 50 to 100 people to get sent to the hospital annually, and it lives in Australia, the land of everything deadly. It is a species of box jellyfish, and its toxin can cause deadly brain hemorrhages, vomiting, backaches, headaches, dizziness, sweating, the list goes on. But it has been rumored to kill people before, and I would highly suggest not going in the water at all if you go to Australia. In fact, why even go to Australia? I mean, chances are you're probably going to die if you go there. Number 3, the flower urchin. The flower urchin is an animal I did not know existed until I researched this. And being a marine biology major, I tend to know a lot about animals in the ocean, and had never heard of this one, which was very interesting to me. These sea urchins are considered to be one of the most painful sea urchin stings in the world and can cause paralysis, fatigue, sweating, and a lot of pain. They can cause death only if the infection spreads and is left untreated. So I would not advise ever touching one of these. Well, to be honest, why would you be touching a sea urchin in the first place? Although this one is very, very pretty. These animals live in the waters of the Indo-Pacific. Number 2, the blue-ringed octopus. Perhaps one of my favorite animals on this list. The blue-ringed octopus packs a lot of punch for its size, only growing to about 8 inches max in diameter. This octopus lives in the Indo-Pacific waters outside of Australia, New Zealand, Japan, etc. The venom can cause somebody to die within 10 minutes if bitten. Although not very common, the bite is usually accidental, and usually results from a human trying to handle this organism. However, the bite is very, very potent, causing nausea, vomiting, excessive bleeding, cardiac arrest, and respiratory failure, ultimately leading to death in most cases. If not treated within 10 minutes, there's a very good chance that the person that was bit will not survive. This organism lives in the Indo-Pacific waters outside of Australia. Now, before we get to number 1, I would just like to say, if you really enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I am a new YouTube channel and I'm trying to make more videos, as I think this is fun. Actually, never done it, but please like and subscribe. And yeah, but on to number 1. Number 1, the sea wasp, otherwise known as the box jellyfish. It is not only the most venomous animal in the sea, but it's the most venomous animal on Earth. The sea wasp kills around 100 people annually every year and is responsible for 20 to 40 deaths in Indonesia alone. Therefore, this animal lives in the Indo-Pacific waters, again, around Australia. The sting can cause cardiac arrest in under 2 minutes in some cases, and the sting is more potent with the larger the specimen is. These are the most venomous creatures on Earth that we know of, and the box jellyfish is one thing you do not want to run into. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is All Things Marine. Like and comment what top 13 I should do next. And please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'm just starting out, so just bear with me. But yeah, if you have any tips or tricks, I'm literally down for whatever. I will respond to whatever comments I get. But thank you guys so much.